looking at that. And that may be something.
Through the city, we had some incentives that were established. One was a $50,000 incentive if somebody put a sit-down restaurant that served lunch and dinner, and that was an incentive. Another incentive was for the first major mixed-use development, and that was $1 million incentive. Right now, the Phillips Development Group is putting up ostensibly about a $70 billion project down there that's mixed use with 2 restaurant spots, but they're having a difficult time at the moment getting their financing together. So we're not sure whether they'll qualify for that $1 million.
Looking tree, it needs $4 to $5
over the next 27 years.
Yeah.
So it's about $3.5 million so far, and many of the things you've discussed would be eligible for that fund. So, but you got to speak up and participate and ask.
That's the reason why we formed, but as Carl said, it really takes the organization. We didn't get our master plan until we really harnessed the community and got people really focused on getting this. It's been a tremendous amount of work, tremendous amount of community input, and staying on task the whole way through. I mean, that's it. And then the prettiness comes later.
But if you look at Grand Central and you look at Deuces Live now,
Right.
they look very different.
Right.
And they look very different because the city treated us very differently, to be quite honest. There was a lot more input and support given for Grand Central than there was for 22nd Street redevelopment. Some of that was the city's fault, some of it was 22nd redevelopment's fault, I will give you that. But I think that in all honesty, originally, for instance, there was money given for facade improvement along Grand Central. We never got money on 22nd for facade improvement. By the time we finally got to that point, we were told there was no more money. There were a lot of things that the city can do, I think, to enhance and to make it easier for main streets and for different streets to do some things. Funding is always the big one, especially in our communities. So I think there are a lot of things that can be done to make it more equitable. I will tell you that one of the best things I think that we did was to combine the WADA and the Deuces Live Main Street master plans together, because it basically said we had a seat at the table and we basically got the same thing that
So the Innovation District, when Gypsy brings it up, you'll get a little bit of the history. It was formally started, it's been talked about for years, but it was formally, a study was conducted in 2015, and that study's out there on the city website, and I'm also happy to get you a copy if you're curious. And it was really looking at innovation districts as a model. Innovation districts are, as you've heard the previous groups talk about the Main Street model, we follow the Innovation District model, which is sort of overseen and coordinated by Brookings Institute. They were really thought of as the think tank and kind of gathered the best practices for them. We were only formed in 2016, April of 2016, so we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary. And I actually just came on a little less than a year ago, coming up on my year anniversary. So if you go to the next slide, the innovation